If anybody should go to community page.
Computer over this way.
Don't move it. We're live. Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Just trying to post the link here for who wants to join. Anybody's gonna show. Every 1 minute, there's a chat. They take it off that slow mode. Let me see.
What's that?
The slow mode, how you take it off that? English. I don't know how to take it off now. Hi guys, welcome to our live feed. Put your questions in the chat if you're here so we can see you. That's fine. Can you read that one, babe? And answer him.
What's the progress on your septic? Get your report back. I believe today was going to be the day he was going to be getting the report back. He had told us around Friday. So we haven't the
Paperwork yet.
But he told us today. So.
Yeah, we're hoping to hear something, hopefully by, if not by the ending of the evening, which is already 6 o'clock, but tomorrow sometime in the morning, hopefully.
Yeah, the guy said he takes a little bit longer because he's a little more old school. He does the drawings of the design of the system by hand with rulers and old school ways. He doesn't use like the technology that a lot of other people use today with computer programming and stuff like that. So he said he usually will take a little more time to do it.
What are your DOC holiday 4843? What's your plans? Are you owning land right now or looking for land? Or you can put it in chat so we can read it. I think we got it on a slow mode, so it's like not showing.
Not responding quickly.
Yeah, it's not showing. Oh, there it is. I'm the one who suggests a SJ septic. Oh, okay.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you for doing that. Hi guys, welcome. For some reason we're on slow mode here, so it's not really showing everybody just yet. So if you are here, let us know you're here by putting a heart in the chat or a smiley face.
How do you take that off?
I don't know. If you have any questions for us, feel free to put it in the chat as well. It took nearly 2 years for us to finally get it installed. Was planning to self-install at first. Got tired of hauling to town and contact. Oh, Jeffrey. Yeah, that's good. Was it a permit or is there some reason why it took 2 years? Is that by choice or is that what we have to look forward to?
Or was it more of a financial thing? Because I know they're not cheap to get installed.
Yeah, that too. Do you think maybe we're gonna have to wait that long? I hope not.
It says that it was only allowing one a comment every 1 minute. I wonder if maybe that's why it's doing that. I don't know how to take it off. Hello, whoever just joined. We were discussing progress on our
Our septic.
septic so far.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything back as of yet. We were supposed to hear something today. So I'm hopefully by morning. We were hand digging the pit and decided that it was too difficult to dig 150 feet of 4 foot. Yes.
Yes. Trust me, I would love to do the stuff myself as well.
Yeah.
And I know I could if I just took the time, but it's just a lot of work, especially when you're hitting rocks and different stuff and you get into caliche and that type of soil. It can be a lot of work. This is one thing that I'd rather just spend the money on and have the professionals do it because it's just worth it. You know, digging and all that is a lot of work. Sorry, guys. It seems like we have a little bit of a delay in our chat box, so
Yeah.
it's taking a. Hey, how you doing, cuz?
Welcome, David. Yeah, so if you have any questions, start putting them in the chat box so we can. Still waiting for a couple people to get on. We're on. Does anybody know how to remove the slow mo because it's hindering our chats? And it wants me to put in a chat send a message every 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're new to the YouTube live, so we're trying to figure it out.
It's like we're reading a comment and then we gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? We're all 8th grade operator. Welcome if you're just coming on the chat.
Yeah, so today's Q&A is questions that you may have about homesteading, off buying land, anything like that, and just getting to know us.
Yeah. A lot of it we're still learning ourselves as well, but we'll answer to the best of our ability.
So DOC Holiday 4043, you're asking if we're planning on going full electric, solar, or having some propane. You want to answer that?
So we are planning to have solar. We're gonna be completely off the grid. There's no power poles near us, so no water lines near us. So we're gonna be having a water tank. Either I plan to have it delivered, but if I can as well, have a smaller tank if I need water to get to deliver. But as we develop the property, we're gonna try to set up multiple rain catchment off of lean-to buildings and stuff like that. Full solar and propane for heat, and eventually have like a little area where we could install some kind of outside of the trailer, of course, a little area where we can install some kind of like wood burning stove that we can have an extra area if we want to just sit out there and get the heat from that. So yeah, completely off the grid.
Yeah, so far, being off grid, the times that we're up there, it is a challenge for us because we don't have our water source and we're like toting water up there. But we're noticing that we're gonna need to have that quickly. So that's one of the first things that we're gonna need to get done is get our water set up there.
Thank you, David, for your prayers. See you later.
And my first thing that I want to put up there too is a garden. We need to get food in the ground, and also planting for a greenhouse.
Yes.
So we definitely gonna need to have the water for that, the water source. If you guys know who is affordable in hauling water or anything, if you're in the area, if you can put it on the community page under the live chat in the comment so that we can go back later because it disappears from the chat here. So we can go back later and reference those contacts if you have any.
Just to let you know, one of the places that we've been in contact with is I think it's called Clear Choice or something like that. It's kind of between like heading up towards Concho off of the 61. They're right next to that storage place.
Yeah.
They seem to be one of the main water deliveries in that area that I've seen so far.
Hi, 1 million pumpkins. Good to see you.
Hi.
Oh, it's okay. We're slow here because does anyone know how to take off the slow mode for sending message in this chat box? I accidentally clicked on that. So it's making everything slow here and I can't really see who's here unless they put a comment in the box or in the chat. But yeah, so any questions you have for us? This is an open live stream. Any questions or how we're doing it, how emotionally, what's our emotional state right now? Honestly, we're trying to juggle selling the house and trying to get all the paperwork done. We got to pack out and we're back and forth trying to get things up done over there. And so the stress level has been pretty high, honestly.
So there was a comment about the water.
What's that? Can you read
about that? So it said Doc Holiday said until you get a cistern delivery, how far do you have to go for bulk water? Jeff does water delivery also. Okay, and don't remember what he charges though. Okay. And then did you guys need a permit for the fencing? No. Anything they said over there in Apache County, as long as it's under, what was it, 7 feet?
Yeah, 7 feet.
Ours was 5 feet, so it didn't require the permit.
Right. They just give you your setback. So for each county, I don't know what county you guys are in, but check with your county to find out what your setbacks are. And the rules are really, really lenient
yeah.
Where we're at. So it might not be that way with you guys. So I would just check with your county online. 1 million pumpkins, sending empathy for your position. I remember feeling a similar way when we bought our land and were selling our house. And so, yeah.
Yes, I'll be honest with you guys, it's been very stressful for me because, that you have to go through an inspection period and all these things when you're selling your house, even when you do get an offer on it. So it could be stressful because you're just like, everything. I just pray, I've been just trying to trust in God and have faith in God that He's going to handle everything, because it can be stressful.
Yeah. So at the same time too, there are sleepless nights, like for me, and trying to figure out, what to do first. And can't know what to do until the septic's in and they have your plans. And so trying to juggle all of that, can be daunting. But at the same time, I feel the sense of urgency because there's a countdown to your closing date, and then you need to make sure you're packed out of here and trying to figure out up there. So yeah.
And in our house, we've already sold a lot of furniture, got rid of a lot of things, donated a lot of things, and we're going to be blessing some people with some stuff, our children with some
we'll have things. Yeah, because.
But every time we come back from the property, we look and we're like, man, we still have a lot of stuff we got to get rid of.
64-year. Yeah. 64-year-old 8th grader
Yeah, you guys
he said we're
be stressed.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I stress over not, like, I went up there, and the first time, because I didn't know what the weather was like, I took a bunch of my winter clothes up there and I packed my summer clothes, and then it got hot. And I was like, now I got to switch all my winter clothes and take my summer gear up there. So even with that, I stress over that because I'm like, well, I look all stuffy and people are looking at me like, you must be from out of town.
I've learned in Arizona that you have to dress in layers no matter where you're at, because it'll be super cold in the morning, and then by the afternoon you want to wear shorts.
Yeah. I can't believe how hot it is up there though, but it's pretty it's hot, but it's bearable.
Yeah.
Here
we're
over here sweating right now.
I've been looking at the temp in the truck saying 104 degrees, and I'm like, it's not even April.
1 Million Pumpkin says the weather has been different each year
since we moved here.
Oh, okay, 4 years since we moved. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that it is a lot warmer that you guys are having up there. Just the winter and everything, that even the engineer guy that came to the property for the septic said that normally it would be still snowing around this time of year. So yeah, it's very different weather.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing is costs, like financing. So we can't really do much until the house closes. So that's a thing. And then you're trying to make a decision like, what am I going to do here once, we get the clear on that, how we're going to try and figure out to make financing. So yeah, all of that comes into play when you're looking for the land. And, there's one finance, but once you get on it and then you have to transform it, it's a lot of cost. First, we were just trying to get over the hurdle for buying the land. And now we're like, hopefully we get a good system or an approved system by the county. Because if not, then we're going to have to figure out, okay, now what? What else can we do here?
And, and that's one of your biggest costs when you have land is, if you're going to have a septic, that can be costly. Wells can be costly. I already knew about wells way before, because at my job, I work with wells, so I know that it can be expensive. But usually I'm not the one paying for the install, it's the companies.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we do have the necessities of just getting by day to day that we need, having the trailer, the bathroom and the kitchen, and the things that we need to get by daily. And we have a smaller solar generator set up, and smaller solar setup on the trailer itself, and gas generator, the bare necessities, to get by for now until we can get more funds to get a bigger solar setup, get a water tank, and get the septic installed. But as a lot of you guys know that are doing this, it's one step at a time. You guys probably all started like that too.
And then Doc Holiday 4843, is your property under a POA or HOA? There's no
HOA.
So I guess that would be
pretty much. We've learned that when we were in real estate, that a lot of places are going to have some kind of uh, like CCNR type things.
We only have a
Uh,
CCNR.
but it's very, very lenient there.
Mhm.
Definitely not a HOA because it's not a community or anything like that.
It is a joy to watch y'all do it legit. You share a lot of important information. Oh, thank you
Thank,
guys.
thank you,
Yeah,
William Pumpkins.
we're
Yeah,
trying to be as much as possible.
yeah,
But if I don't know, hopefully that going that route doesn't sabotage us, because um I was expecting the septic paperwork today, and for whatever reason, I'm not seeing anything.
yeah. We will have to
So,
contact Jeff as well because I believe Robert said that he was going to try to get the paperwork to him.
yeah,
So we'll see if we can get in contact with him and see if he got it yet.
eh,
But like I was saying, if you weren't on the chat earlier, the engineer told me that he's
yeah.
real old school.
Hmm.
That he doesn't use computer programs and all that to do his drawings and stuff for the septic design. So he likes to do it by hand and with rulers and stuff like that. That it's all done old school. So he said that, and he had other ones that he was working on as well. So he did say that it would possibly be Friday. So
Yeah. So I'm hoping he can do something for us, because I guess the way that it's the way that he would have to do it would is because we didn't get the best rating on the soil. So it's like something that has to be custom to the land. And it sounded like it was, the leach field was going to be out a lot more, like longer than usual,
mhm.
and that sort of thing. So, I'm hoping that we do get approved with the county. And if you guys know, if you could comment in the comment box if there's something else that we can do as far as alternative in case it doesn't pass or get approved with the county. Because it
Yeah,
doesn't guarantee, because he mentioned that also, that just because he has all the drawings and a plan, the county has to approve it still.
yeah. But he did say
So,
that he's been doing it for a long time, the
yeah.
engineer, and he's well known by the county and stuff. So they usually will pass, his designs and whatever he does because he's familiar with all the soil types out there and how to design the systems and everything. It's just going to have to be bigger chambers. But let's see.
What are your goals you have for your homestead?
So our goals for the homestead, um, we do want chickens. We've had chickens before.
Yeah.
We do want a garden.
Mhm.
Um,
A
we
greenhouse.
don't want a whole bunch of like larger animals because especially with the cost of the feed and stuff, and then any kind of building stuff for them or even cleanup. We don't want too crazy, too much stuff, but kind of keep it simple.
I'd like a lamb or a sheep.
I want a giraffe.
And I did say a donkey in case I can't drive my truck, I can get on a donkey and go somewhere. Maybe that, but also I don't want the cost of feed and all that. But if you guys know in the comment, if you can add in the comment on the community page, that way it doesn't disappear on us. But if you can let us know what are some alternative things that we can grow to feed our flock, because I don't want that to be the only reason why we don't have flocks.
Yeah,
So I do like goat milk, and I do, it does help with arthritis for me before. So my sister had some, and it really helped with the turmeric to add that together. So, and then what the doc say? I
Doc
can't
Holiday,
remember.
our ranch has a POA, and they are pretty offhand and do a decent effort on keeping the roads and washes maintained. Some of our friends less
Oh,
generous
okay.
about their POA.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks,
okay.
Doc Holiday. The area where we got our property, that the county maintained roads seem to be pretty good so far that we've
Hmm.
seen. And then Doc Holiday again.
I want meat.
1 million pumpkins. My hubby. Okay, thank you.
Which is
Any
why
little help we can get.
we put in sheep to feed and starter flocks. Tree fodder is my goal. Sheep will eat willow, Russian. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
That is one thing we're considering is
Yeah.
sheep.
Yeah, I want the sheep.
And
And
a couple of you guys recommended that, so
yeah, Doc Holiday was asking sheep for wool
Yeah.
or meat. I want meat.
yeah.
I
Get me a big wool jacket.
yeah, I'm small, but I like to eat meat.
Yes. Me too.
Especially when you get to put in your curry goat and your different things like that. I like to go on the side not everybody else likes. So
Yeah, and then this one too. You can also get a permitted composting toilet as an alternative to septic.
Septic.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
see that on a couple
yeah.
off-grid, videos that
Mhm.
that they will permit that. I've seen that. So
We're gonna have to do some
Yeah.
research.
From what I spoke to the engineer about, he said that it will work. It's just he has to just make it to where the chambers will fit in the area where we're putting the septic.
Yeah.
So and then it's just us two, so there's not going to be a lot of
Right. But
gallons of waste or anything going into the septic. So
the only thing that I was thinking about when he told us that was that we plan to have our trailer as our living quarters because it's equipped with everything. So we were gonna do a shed to home conversion, but we decided not to go that way because we are able to have everything done, so we wouldn't have to be doing a bill right now, if that makes sense. But the other thing too is that when he started talking about the leach field and how it can go for miles. I was
Yeah.
like, that doesn't look
But he
good.
said
It
he's
doesn't sound good because we don't have that much of a big property.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there isn't room for everything. And then because we're using the trailer, we had plans to build over like a pole barn so it can park underneath there and then do a side addition so that in the winter we have a space where we could go to with the wood stove.
Mhm.
So we were thinking about all that already, and then with him saying that, I'm like, we may not have room to put things now.
No, he was actually talking about the old school way of septic. That he was
Okay.
saying that won't work because that's where you would need like a long leach field. But with the chambers now that they have, he said that that's what they make those for, so that you can fit it on the areas where you don't
Okay.
have all that space.
Yeah.
But 1 million pumpkins, we love our. Meat too.
You got to read it out
We
loud.
love 1 million pumpkins. We love our meat too. Plus now I need to raid your recipes. I love international. Yeah,
Sure, anytime. Hey, we can trade and barter.
Yeah, we'll have to try that some of that meat.
Yeah,
See,
we're
I don't
planning.
think I've ever had the meat from the sheep before.
Yeah, with designer off-grid, we're planning and Homestead Horizon, we're planning on getting together and maybe do like a barbecue with the community.
Yeah.
And maybe you can join us then.
What is that? Sorghum? I've never heard of that.
Grow any sorghum?
Oh, yeah, grow it.
It seems
is that
to
a type
do well on
of
your
vegetable or something, or like a place where you can
a volunteer. We grew volunteers. Okay, so volunteer sorghum from local hay in 24. It grew well. Okay. Well, I'm glad you can answer that because I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I never heard of that before. So, like I said,
it's a grain.
I haven't done. I haven't done too much. Gardening.
No.
So the gardening's gonna still be new to us. We'll need some.
We're gonna need some
help from some of you guys.
1 million pumpkins does a good job. I've been watching her, so her channel, visit her. She's really good at what she does.
Yeah, CNA Wealth Wisdom.
My
My
land has a POA and they are amazing. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think we may be POA.
Yeah, I believe it is. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's definitely not HOA because
Yeah,
there's
it's
no kind
not.
of
Yeah.
community there or anything like that.
Yeah.
We've
So,
but we've lived in a bunch of HOAs, and
yeah, we
yeah,
didn't really care for it.
I don't really like them. I don't like people telling me, "Oh, you gotta hurry up and put your trash can in," or "You can't do this," or "You can't do that," or "You can't park here, you can't park there."
Yeah. We're new to this, guys. I mean, here on the property we're partially off grid only because we're on propane.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big system, but it does get quite expensive. So we decided we're not going to go with a big tank. We're just going to get maybe a not so large, but a good size, to run things. And we do want solar. Um, you do need a permit for bigger solar, but that's not what we're doing. So, and we already asked about that. So when we're using the generator and stuff like that, it's not the same as the big system. So there's no permit for those.
Doc says you can make molasses from the sorghum stalks. Okay.
Oh, okay. That
Well,
sounds good.
you're welcome. 1 million pumpkins. We like watching your stuff too.
Yeah, I was watching you today. I got caught up because I missed your live the other day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but you're very helpful because I do not have a green thumb. For you guys that don't know, I'm a twin, identical twin, and she was the one with the green thumb. I'm not. So it's gonna be new for me, and I'm the one that don't like spiders and worms, and so I know I'm gonna have to, you know, get used to the environment. And I'm usually the one that get my nails done and I'll get all fancy, but you guys see on the video that I learned to adapt. So today was the first day I put on a dress, and Michael came home and he said, "Where you going?" I said, "You haven't been noticing me lately." So
Oh, I noticed you.
I'm just teasing. But yeah.
We did the house that we're at right now. We planted a few things here, and they didn't do too well. It just seemed like the way we're getting the heat now.
Yeah.
When we first moved here, it was the same thing. The summers were just like brutal, and it just seems to like dry everything up and kill everything. And we did plant some pomegranate and fig.
Yeah.
A couple seasons back.
They're doing well. They're coming back.
Yeah, those have come back the last couple times.
I
Even
almost
right now the pomegranates are coming back.
I almost want to dig them up and take them with me, but I don't know how well that's gonna fly with the new homeowner. But
she said 1 million pumpkins would be happy to help us with the garden and stuff. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. We're gonna need it.
Manure to share. Thank you.
Yes.
You can still can't see off grid. Stop playing.
What?
That's what my wife was saying that earlier. There was a comment about the you can still be fancy off grid, and that's what she said earlier.
Thank you. I was like, why do we?
I'm not gonna try to be looking rough.
I'll get rough and dirty, but I'll clean up well.
The AI Doc Holiday on your video thumbnails, is that the AI generator? Who does the creative editing?
Yes,
that's her. All the computer stuff is all her.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I'm the one that I'm more I'm better with like tools and building things.
Yeah.
I might not build it to code, but God has given me that gift to know how to use tools and be creative with the things that I build. So, but I think a lot of off-gridders do that. We just work with what we have. Sometimes we have used materials. Sometimes we, have donated materials, whatever, but we make it work.
Like I'll get a vision and I'll tell him what I want, and then he'll start building it out, and I'm not too trusting of him. Until it's done, then I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. But when he's doing it in the middle, it's a process. Trust the process. Yeah. Because I don't always see it.
Don't tell Carter.
I'm sorry. Doc Holiday, it's for those of you that don't know, there's a CapCut. I think that's what it's called, CapCut. You should see it at the end of the videos. That's a generator, and it does thumbnails and all that as well. There's also Chat GPT, and they have a free service. You don't have to pay for any of those, and you can create thumbnails. So that's what I've been using. And yes, that's an AI generated thumbnail and creative editing. Duntel says, what are some of your future plans for your land?
Yeah. So I don't know if you just came on, we were discussing a little bit earlier, like having, starting off with simple for now, chickens and, garden and, once we're a little more established.
Sheep and goats.
See if we can get like sheep or goats. Yeah.
I said sheep and goats.
Sheep and goats. Oh yeah. Oh, and I did say a giraffe too.
Oh yeah, Michael wants a giraffe. So if I get the sheep and the goats, you gotta have the giraffe.
Tell from the projects. 1 million pumpkins. I can tell from the projects you built at your old place that you are a skilled carpenter, Michael. I try.
Yeah, he is good.
Compliment is a wonderful feature. Happy marriage. Chat. How long have you been a couple?
24
So we got married
years.
in 2001. So
and
yeah.
we you want to tell them how we met?
So it's gonna sound funny to you guys, but we met in prison, and everybody always says, "What?" We were correctional officers when we met. We used to work together, so that's our little running joke that we tell people we met in prison.
So here's the thing: how I met him. I had a dream about him before I met him. Most of you, I share sometimes that I have this gift of visions and dreams that the Lord gave me. And in my path, he was showing me who I was going to be with. And I was working main control at a high level prison complex. And so I'm standing on this box inside of the control room, and I handle all the keys, the radios, the monitors, and nobody wanted to work in there. So that's how I end up in there. And here comes this guy coming out and had this big old smile on his face. And I used to say, what is he smiling about? Don't he know we work at a prison? But he always had this smile, and I was the grumpy one. And so when he came one day, I called the house he was working in for coffee, and I asked him to bring me some coffee. And he brought it, and our eyes interlocked. And I remember the dream I had that it was him. And he must have thought that I was, you know how you see cartoons and the hearts are going up and it's quiet and the girl is just like staring. That was me and him. And I knew that he was the one we were supposed to be with. I was supposed to be with. And a lot of our family members thought we were crazy because we got married so soon after. So, yeah. But that's how we met.
Yes. So.
And now 24 years later.
Yes. So this was the last one. 64-year-old 8th grader off grid. Mojave County is going to be auctioning off some donkeys soon.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Right.
Mojave. I wonder, isn't that like 3.5 hours, I think?
Depends on what
part
of
I think
it.
Somebody had mentioned Mojave before.
And, Doc Holliday, one of our biggest blessings is having a neighbor / friend nearby who has been here for 20 years, who knows people who know people of all kinds of things. Hope you find similar friends up here. Yes, and
thank you.
Because you're saying that, Doc Holliday, I actually, guy that I went to training with for the job I'm at right now, I met back a couple years back. Turns out that he lives only like 6 miles from us, and he has his own company up there in Sholo area. So yeah, it's something to get connected with people, and that's why we're trying to build community, because we know that it's not easy to do things on your own. So the more people you meet, the more people that you connect with, we learned that in real estate, doing the networking, and that's how you get to get more clients and meet more people that are in, that do house inspections, that do loans, all kinds of stuff. So
Roofing.
even
Yeah.
being in the military, I learned that you meet people from all over the world, and I still speak to people that I was in the military with in other countries and stuff like that, in different states. So that's the best thing to do is you know build those relationships with people all over the place,
Hmm.
and get help from this person and that person, and I know this person could do this, and we all help each other out. That's how we should be.
Yeah. And it's always, that's how I grew up. My grandpa in Belize, he's the one that brought electricity to a range walk. So, everybody knew him. And my mom, wherever we went, my mom, she used to work for Citizen Watch Company. And when I went to go work there, everybody knew my mom. And whatever store my mom goes to, everybody talked to her. So I think I kind of picked that up, and I have to be careful sometimes because I'm a social butterfly, they call it, but at the same time I have my guard up, and
Mhm.
but I'm pretty good at discerning people, and none of us are perfect. We all have backgrounds. But one thing I do make sure that I create those boundaries and let people understand, your past is your past, it's what you do now, and we try to be that way towards everybody,
Mhm.
and give everybody an opportunity to have that clean slate, So, but another thing I wanted to say, oh, hi, howdy.
We're getting landing.
Some snowboarder.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you doing?
Uh,
Another thing I wanted to say that, when we are seeing things happening and we're going to need each other. So always be good to people. That's my philosophy, is show people love and respect, treat people how you want to be treated. So we really appreciate, right, babe? We really appreciate how you guys have been with us.
mhm.
A lot of people frown on us because of our belief and whatnot. And we don't try to force that on you, but that's just who we are. But at the same time, we're just thankful that we have a community that, really, anytime we're online, with the comments and stuff, we're going through them. People are really respectful, and we really appreciate you
Yes, thank
guys.
you everybody for your
Yeah.
support and all your kind words and
And
helpful,
and
just thoughts, prayers, all that stuff.
and we'll try to help you guys as much as possible. If you guys have questions about land or anything like that, email us, is in the description. Everything is there. If you guys have questions, just reach out. We've had a lot of people reach out to us already, and if we can help you, we'll help you. But there are times too that we probably won't be able to help you if it's too far, or we don't have the how you say, opportunity to be able to help at that time. But please understand that we are here for you guys as much. We have been seeing some collaborations as well, that people have been asking us to do stuff on our videos, and we've been asking for you guys too, because we like to give, and we want to share what we have
Yeah,
with you
we've
guys. So we've
yeah,
been
we've
working on
seen,
that too.
when other off graders are in need of something, we try to
We try to
see if
help.
there's a way
Yeah.
we can get the help for you guys too for free things, because
Hmm.
um, that some people don't have, the funds to buy certain things, and some people do. But so 64-year-old eighth grader off grid. I'm in Yucca. Okay, I think you might have told us that last time when we were
Yeah.
live. And then Dentel Carter, what's your favorite tool brand? I
I have a
I mean,
favorite.
at work I use DeWalt, and I like DeWalt, but at home I have Ryobi
Hmm.
mostly, and the only reason I have that is because I got a set of Ryobi gift a while back, and I just kind of stayed with it so that I wouldn't have to have all these different chargers and uh, keep buying different brands and stuff. I just try to stay with one brand, so I mainly have that. But
They do pretty well too,
yeah, I
because you
don't.
build a whole lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
most of them. The only thing I've had to replace so far that I've had from Ryobi was my Sawzall, the little part where release for the blade and stuff broke, and but besides that, my drills and all that have been working for a while.
Yeah.
The battery, I have had to replace a couple batteries because had some of the older ones, and now I have the lithiums. But you know, I don't really have like a favorite, but as long as it worked for me and does the job.
Yeah. 1 million pumpkins. I
Love
love
your
you.
other stories so much.
Oh, thank you.
And howdy again to some snowboarder. Doc Holiday, which branch of the service? I was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
A lot of my family was in the service, different branches, Air Force, Marines, Navy. Grandfather was Navy, uncle was Marines, my dad was Air Force, so
Right.
got Army in family too.
1 million pumpkins. I love the First Amendment included freedom of. Yeah, me
Yes.
too. Yeah. But you guys have been all awesome to us, like I said, and we've been getting a lot of people that have had questions about land as well. So if you do have questions about land, we'll be happy, or where to buy land or whatever. We found a couple realtors, but there's one that I try to gravitate towards because she's helped us out a lot with our property. And I don't like to just send people anywhere. I like to send you where I got good service. So if you guys are ever interested in land or websites or anything like that, I'd be willing to help you guys with that.
Yeah.
Um,
As much as we can, because
yeah,
we have a lot going on still right now too. We try to recommend or help people. There's been a lot of people asking about where they can get land up there and all that, and we try to help as much as possible. But we also have been doing a lot of trips back and forth between here and the property, and still working and everything. It's been it's been a lot right now. So
yeah, once we get settled, because right now too, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for work. If you guys have any ideas, put it in our community page so we can find it, or email us. But we're trying to figure out what to do for work. We don't want to go make someone rich. We want a real quiet, simple lifestyle. And where we have, there's going to be changes with the snow season and whatnot. So we want to be able to, well, I do. I want my husband to be in retirement mode.
yes.
So he can focus on the land.
More from the actual job work, retirement, because I want to try to focus on building up the land, having the time to do it, because that's one thing about all the houses we've had. I've always been working full time, and then coming home and trying to do projects in the evenings or the weekends. It gets kind of strenuous on doing those things, and so I want to try to just this time focus on building our land up. We do still have bills. You've seen the video. We have a newer vehicle and stuff, and
we're trying to get rid of those.
We're trying to as much as possible.
If it's not helping,
some of the funds we get from selling our house and all that, trying to eliminate as many bills as we can, but also have enough to be doing our septic and the things we need to do. So we do have 2 vehicles. I have another vehicle that's paid off. It's a older vehicle, but it's more of a classic truck. But it's we're just trying to do one thing at a time right now. Take things a step at a time.
Yeah. So we did have an idea from I don't remember, RN or CNA. Yes, we did get an idea from her. Maybe to possibly look at land for people, take pictures that can't be boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground type of thing, because there's a lot of people that are looking at land in Arizona, but they live in, the East Coast, different places, and it's hard for them to see, because when you go searching online, there's only so many pictures that they put, and it's hard to see, the road access, anything like that.
Right.
So
we would maybe think about investing in a drone and some professional photo, a camera for professional photos, just so that people can see their land if they already have land in the county but bought it sight unseen. I know a lot of people that have done that. We didn't want to do that, but I know people who have done it, And so coming from the real estate background, we know what to look for because we used to sell land as well. So another idea I had was investor side as far as working from home. So I don't know if you guys are in the same position trying to figure out what to do for work, but yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know because I don't need titles. I just want something simple, sufficient for the day to be able to tend to my herd, have my food in the ground, and just have a simple life. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
trust me, we've had the 2-story houses and
mhm.
all the stuff that people could want. We've had
And nothing to show
we've had
for it
things, and
but our
and
land.
we've also lived out of suitcases before, so we
Yeah,
don't mind doing a simple thing. I grew up camping and stuff like that, so I like the outdoor type stuff. I don't mind living like the
yeah.
off grid type thing, and that I like things like that.
It does have our Garrison Homestead. Welcome 2729.
Yeah,
Working raw land has its challenges, but with blood and sweat and tears, it can be done. It will take money to reach that dream. Oh
yeah,
yeah, we
and
realize that.
trust me, I've already put in
We're
some blood and actual like physical
yeah,
blood. If you could see my arms in the camera, I'm all scratched up from trimming trees and installing the fencing and all that. I'm all cut up and did some sweating and all that, so I know how that is.
yeah. 1 million pumpkin. I can tell you guys have the true grit required. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been in balling mode because I'm like, we're coming from good jobs here, real estate, government job. What happened to job security?
Yeah.
And I bawled because when the reality hit me, and I was like, babe, do you know that this tiny home trailer feels more than at home on this piece of land that we own than where we always been in those jobs. So I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm missing anything, and I've always been, you know, able to adapt. But I just feel at home when I'm on my land,
Hmm.
and every time I come back here, I'm like, oh no, we
And the
came
best
back to
thing is it's
it.
paid
Yeah,
for.
and I'm just ready to just go and be up there and be done with it. And we've been hearing scary things up there, and I'm like, what do you mean tweakers? What do you mean? I'm like, Lord,
Hmm.
but I'm like, where we're at, I don't see any of that. So, and the way I look at it is, everybody has an opportunity to better themselves and their lives. It's just up to you if you want to take it. And so it's important that I know that people are sometimes come off like, oh yeah, it's not the best neighborhood or whatever, but I think so was California when they did riots and burned down the grocery store. I lived through that. When my sister was having her baby, they were throwing stuff at our car just because of the way we looked. They thought we were Mexicans. I'm like, we're not Mexicans. What are you doing? My mom is colored. What are you doing? And they're over there shaking our vehicles and burning stuff and throwing bricks and stones. And I'm like, wow, earthquakes. So I'm just ready for a peaceful life, to each his own. Let people be whatever they want to do. That's their decision. But as for us, this is just how we want to live. And we're very peaceable, to get along with. We feed the hungry. We take care of people when we have the opportunity to do so. We do that. So I'm just trying to change, the things that are not good up there, I guess, by me putting myself there, I guess. And the people that are joining and moving to those areas will make a difference as well.
So we left off. You guys going to see the grandkids over Easter? Depends on what's going on with like the house and stuff.
Yeah. Keith, Arizona 9769, fencing, lighting, store foods, the basic. I'm off grid in Graceland Sheds about 7 miles from the Y. Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll see you sometime.
Yes.
Yes, we've already taken care of the fencing. We already had some, like solar lighting from this property that we're taking, um, and we've already installed a few over there, stored food and things like that. We've already looked into all those things.
Yeah. Um, there are jobs in correction outside of St. John at the prison, but the county and the schools have way better jobs.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, we don't plan on doing that anymore.
Yeah, no more corrections. I've done it twice, and
They're
I'm done with it.
Underpaid, mistreated, and
it's very bad right now.
It is. Schools though sounds good.
Yeah,
I love working at the school.
Entry level viewers, check out Northern Pioneer College programs. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can copy this and stick it somewhere.
I did see that. I think that Northern Pioneer is over there, like close to that Circle K. I believe I saw it over there.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip.
1 million pumpkins. Thank you.
Age is part of the
problem.
Is that RG Arizona Homestead 2729? Age is part of the problem, and some basic skills to build plumbing and electrical before going off grid living. Yes, the good thing is I have a plumbing background.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I did in the military. Yeah. And I know some basics of electrical too. The riots march down Waterman Ave in front of my bedroom window, shooting mortars, burning down this. Yep, my wife saw that.
Yeah.
She saw those things.
Yeah, we even moved to. We live in South Central LA, where they filmed Boys in the Hood. That back alley ran to my house. We also live in Rancho Cucamonga, where they filmed Friday, and they shut up our house. 8 people survived. I know that was God. Yeah. None of us. I mean, they sprayed the front to the back, and we survived. So I know that was God.
Hey, MS Homestead. She said, hey.
Hi, guys. Oh, hi, MS. How are you?
And yes, we're having a blessed day.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I have to squint here. I have readers, but they're not working.
RG Arizona Homestead. I spent 32 years in Leo. I see things that most miss. You will need cameras on your property, have basic knowledge of firearms. Yes. I do have.
We both do.
I do have training.
We worked at the prison.
Firearms. I was in the military and corrections. So
yeah, you had to qualify.
I had to qualify. I had to qualify with shotguns, Glocks, M16s. Different types of firearms. So I do have a knowledge of those, and
I tell you,
and I do have some.
I tell you, I'm a little David with my stones.
Yeah. 1 million pumpkins. I worked in Maywood as a school teacher back in the day. Yeah, okay. Thank you. All right.
Sounds Norbert. Oh. But yeah, so that was our live for today. We don't want to keep you guys too much back. If you have any other questions, our description has our email. Also, you can leave a comment in the community page, and I'm good at answering. So, but I really appreciate you guys coming on and taking the time to give us some questions, maybe even give us some feedback on what we can do with these questions that we just asked you guys.
Thanks again for your prayers, your tips, all the things that you guys just support, all that stuff. And we look forward to doing some more videos and speaking with you guys some more in the future. God bless all of you guys.
Yes, have a good weekend.
Yes.